Birch plants belong to the genus Betula, a group of deciduous hardwood trees and shrubs in the family Betulaceae. The genus contains about 30 to 60 species, depending on classification, native primarily to the temperate and boreal climates of the northern hemisphere. Birches are well known for their distinctive bark, delicate leaves, and graceful form. Typically, birch trees range from small to medium-sized, reaching heights between 30 and 70 feet, though some species can grow taller. Their bark is one of their most defining features, often smooth and papery, peeling away in thin layers. The bark color varies by species. White, silver, yellow, or even blackish tones are common. For example, the paper birch, Betula papyrifera, is famed for its bright white, paper-like bark that peels in large sheets, historically used by indigenous peoples for writing and crafting. Leaves of birch trees are simple, alternate, and typically ovate with serrated edges. They are often bright green in spring and summer, turning golden yellow in fall before shedding. Birch flowers appear as catkins, which are slender, cylindrical clusters of tiny flowers. The male catkins are longer and pendulous, while female catkins tend to be shorter and upright. Ecology and habitat. Birch trees thrive in cooler climates and are commonly found in the northern parts of North America, Europe, and Asia. They favor well-drained, acidic to neutral soils and often colonize disturbed areas, such as after forest fires or clearings, making them important pioneer species in many ecosystems. Birches are well adapted to cold weather and are a key component of boreal forests, taiga. Their fast growth and relatively short lifespan, usually 40 to 150 years, depending on species and conditions, allow them to quickly establish and improve soil conditions, facilitating the growth of other, longer-lived tree species. Birches have a symbiotic relationship with mycorrhizal fungi, which help them absorb nutrients and water from poor soils. Additionally, birch forests provide critical habitats for a variety of wildlife, including birds, mammals, and insects. The seeds, buds, and catkins are food sources for species such as grouse, deer, and squirrels. Uses and cultural significance. Birchwood is valued for its hardness, fine grain, and pale color. It is used in furniture making, plywood, flooring, and even in the production of plywood veneers. The wood is also popular for making hockey sticks, tool handles, and woodenware. The bark of some birch species, especially the paper birch and the silver birch, Betula pendula, has been historically used by indigenous peoples and early settlers for canoes, containers, roofing materials, and writing surfaces due to its durability and resistance to water. Birch sap is another fascinating aspect of these plants. In early spring, birches can be tapped much like maple trees to collect sap, which is a mildly sweet liquid. Birch sap is consumed fresh or fermented into beverages, and it has traditional uses in various cultures for its purported health benefits, including detoxifying and anti-inflammatory properties. Medicinally, birch leaves, bark, and sap have been used in folk medicine to treat ailments such as skin conditions, arthritis, and urinary tract infections. Birch oil, extracted from the bark, contains compounds like methyl salicylate, which is similar to aspirin and has been used as a topical analgesic. Interesting facts. Birch trees are often among the first to colonize areas after natural disturbances like forest fires because their seeds are lightweight and can travel far on the wind. The silver birch, Betula pendula, is the national tree of Finland and holds a special place in Scandinavian folklore. The yellow birch, Betula alleganiensis, is prized for its sweet sap, which Native Americans sometimes boiled down to make syrup. Birchwood was widely used in ancient times for making tools and weapons due to its strength and flexibility. The peeling bark of birch trees helps protect the tree from pests and fire damage. Birch leaves and twigs serve as food for the caterpillars of several butterfly and moth species. In literature and poetry, birch trees symbolize renewal, purification, and protection. Growth and cultivation. Birches generally prefer full sun but can tolerate partial shade. They need moist, well-drained soils and do not perform well in drought or very dry conditions. Because their roots are relatively shallow, they may suffer in urban environments where soil compaction and pollution are issues. Birches grow relatively fast compared to other hardwoods but are also more susceptible to certain pests and diseases, including birch borers, a type of beetle, leaf miners, and fungal infections like leaf spot or canker diseases. Proper site selection and care can mitigate these issues.